Why don't we get started here? Appreciate everybody's time today. Sorry for the technical difficulties at the start here. For those of you who don't know me, I'm Ryan Campbell, a marketing and inside sales associate with PowerTech. The purpose of this brief 30-minute webinar is kind of just to introduce you to a new partner of ours, Trystar, who is an industry leader in cable, portable, and industrial power distribution equipment, automatic transfer switches, and generator docking stations. A couple months ago, we started our sales partnership with Trystar, which encompasses all of New York or most of New York, I should say, and all of New England. And just kind of want to provide a brief overview of their disaster prep and recovery, power supply solutions, some of their portable and industrial power products, and cable offerings. And with that, I'll pass along to John Fritz, who is their special projects lead.
Hi, good morning to everyone. The name is John Fritz, and as Ryan said, I am the Trystar Special Projects lead, and rolling out the rep program within the Trystar organization is something I have responsibility for. And I wanted to take the opportunity to welcome you to this webinar. You're going to have a couple people from Trystar, also, actually 3 of us on here. You'll have, I'll let Tim McCarthy introduce himself. He's going to make the presentation. You have Dan Murky. I'll let him introduce himself. He's the Director of Customer Care. And then Jordan, she's responsible for our marketing. And please feel free to ask any questions while we're moving along this process here. So if you don't mind, Dan, if you just take a minute to introduce yourself to the team, I'd appreciate it.
Hello, everyone. Dan Murky, Director of Customer Sales and Support. Primary function here is to support your efforts. We've got a team of customer sales and support people that are working with a rep network, creating quotes, entering orders, doing some follow-up. We've got some wholesale activity involved with that, pre-sale activity. I've been involved with the utility side of our business for quite some years, and really looking forward to now having rep organizations involved to help us grow it. So yeah, I'm really excited about this.
Good, thanks, Dan. Jordan, just take a second to introduce yourself.
Yeah, I'm Jordan Stavridal. I am the marketing coordinator for Trystar, and can help out with anything marketing related, campaigns, collateral, whatever you might need.
Good, thanks. And so, Tim, with that being said, since you're going to be our presenter, if you don't introduce yourself and then go ahead and do a dive into the presentation.
Sure. Yeah. So Tim McCarthy, the product owner. So it's a product management type of a role or position. I support the cable offering which includes utility as well as our distributed products offering. And so I will go through an overview, as Ryan was saying. We'll work to leave some time at the end for questions and answers, but we'll step through it. If there's someone can confirm just again that the slide transitions, so I know I'm good and won't have to ask one more time. John, and move. Did I take it?
You're good, Tim.
All right, good. Okay, great. Thank you. So Trystar, we're a vertically integrated manufacturer and custom solution provider in the industry and spaces, as was described there through our introduction process. A relatively new company formed in the early 90s. There are a couple of locations that we have. The manufacturing site, which you see there in the image, over 100,000 square foot facility that's in Faribault, Minnesota, which, if you know where the Minneapolis Twin Cities area is, about 40 some odd miles pretty much due south of the Twin Cities area, greater Minneapolis area. And then Burnsville, Minnesota is a southern suburb of the Twin Cities, where we have an office. So Dan, Jordan, and I, as well as the senior leadership team and a few others, are located here. From a geographic coverage perspective, We are U.S. and Canada direct, but we do distribute beyond that globally, including our load banks offering, which just became part of Trystar here recently. A little bit of a brief timeline starting from the left. Trystar started as a cable wholesaler. In the late 90s, we actually transitioned and began to manufacture welding and power cable in-house. With that, and you'll see when we get into the product offering a little bit more, there are some natural product lines and solutions that can be provided interfacing with our cable offering in the area of distribution panels, from splitters to eye lines to docking stations for that matter, as Ryan had noted. Here in September of 2018, partnering took place with Goldner Hahn, a private equity investment firm, who became part of the ownership team here at Trystar. And then associated with that, I'll introduce here in the next slide, the leadership team. AJ Smith is the Chief Executive Officer for Trystar. AJ also, at this point in time, is the Chief Technology Officer for the company, and he joined in 2019. A beautiful facility here that we have in Burnsville. We entered and opened up in the latter part of 2019, and then mid last year, the manufacturing facility and office facility were expanded. The office facility was in the latter part of 2020. New expansion was completed in Faribault. And then in November, Load Banks Direct, so there's a Load Banks offering. They're out of Covington, Kentucky, was added to the Trystar family of products. And again, I'll step through those here in just a moment. This is the senior executive leadership team. I mentioned AJ to begin with. It's a new team relative to coming together, all of whom have a very broad and deep experience managing businesses, actually with some fairly large corporations. AJ Smith is the CEO. Kevin is our Chief Commercial Officer and providing financial. John Dixon operates the facility in Faribault as the Chief Operations Officer, and Emily is our VP of Human Resources. The team there has experience with companies such as Residio, Honeywell, Eaton, and Best Buy in very senior roles, and bring that experience down to leading and managing Trystar. From an overall introduction perspective, on the left-hand side, core what we do is looking to gain input and feedback from our customers. Again, one of the fundamental things that Trystar does provide are custom solutions. I'll give you some examples when we walk through the portfolio here. We do strive to be first to market with new products. Many of the products that you see were involved with new introductions as we built out our portfolio over time, and then seeking and providing those custom solutions to address unique needs and identify what those needs are and how we can support those in our products as a platform, or in a unique custom solution from the customer's perspective. We have from a speed to market or time to market perspective, we have a very deep and broad team of engineers and master electricians and staff. It's an interesting combination of the design capability associated with degreed engineers, coupled with that application know-how from the master electrician staff that gets infused into the offerings that we have, really, that cover the breadth of the portfolio. From a core industry perspective, these cover across commercial and industrial industries or vertical markets, highlighting a couple, utility repair and restoration from our cable offering, or from our system restoration solutions that we provide. In facilities maintenance, the portable power and distribution offering, from transformers to splitters to eye lines, for overcurrent protection solutions, are involved many times in facility maintenance turnaround activities, as well as new construction, be it a greenfield or brownfield construction opportunity. And core to many things that we do actually are events and temporary power solutions that have been part of the company from its early onset. You can see here from past and current customers just some of the brands, well-recognized brands that again cover some of those industries that I noted that are again current and or previous customers that we've engaged with on unique custom designs, as well as more of our standard offering that are utilized day to day across the U.S. and Canada. So from a product perspective, we'll step through the power distribution and application requirements that are noted here, but and we'll talk about them briefly again to get you a flavor of the capabilities of what we do. But it begins and starts with electrical safety as the portable power or distributed power applications need to take place, providing the electrical safeguards that are there, as well as then within that context and understanding the need for the electrical safety to simplify and ease of access in a portable kind of way to the power that you may need in any of those verticals that we talked about, again, from a utility to a turnaround opportunity to maybe an event. We properly safeguard the systems that are there, and then again in an appropriate way and straightforward type of a manner help to distribute the power around the site and its particular use. We do on the left-hand side here, I'll mention what these products are in a moment, but on the left-hand side, we do design and have certified our products to various nationally recognized test labs, including UL and ETL, including Canadian coverage associated with ETL. So UL 50 and UL 1640. In addition, we look with some of that insights that we get from that combination of our designers and master electricians. We look to have robust enclosures or robust applications. You can see some of that in the framing and guarding that we put in place, but also utilizing aluminum construction for our panels, powder coating our panels, as well as NEMA 3R enclosure ratings that are there. From the products that you see here on the right-hand side, so the eye lines providing some of that electrical overcurrent protection that's needed and essential. I'll show you a system diagram here in just a moment. And then we have various types of distribution panels, power distribution panels, to take from the generator or from the power source and then distribute it to the point of use, be it a power distribution panel here that's noted in the middle, or down to a spider box there in the lower left-hand side. We do offer various types of transformers and transformer solutions in a dolly style or cage style that are noted here. For again, considering maintenance turns around, I'll give you an example of a custom design that we did for a utility at the end and show you some of the specifics of that customization that we can do that is in the area both of the splitter panel or this power distribution panel, as well as the transformer. And then on the cable side, from utility, which we'll talk about in some detail, to single conductor power or multi-conductor cable offerings in various lengths and with various termination types to take and interconnect from the power source all the way down to the end use and load. We have a full complement of cable options that are there for the customers. This is from a drawing of how that all connects together. So from in this particular case, from the generator set noted in that trailer application to a transformer, to a overload protection, and then getting out to the distributed products, be it the splitter or the spider boxes, as well as the cables that are noted and various types of cabling systems, stringers that are included here to get it to that point of use. It may be powering tools in a maintenance operation. It may be powering a facility in a restoration type of an activity, or on a new construction site, be it again a greenfield or brownfield type of a construction site. I'll show a utility capability here separately when we get into a couple of systems within a little bit within the slide deck. Some of our cable systems capability that we have, medium voltage cables and jumper cables. On the left-hand side here, the utility cables in various jacketed color sets, be it clear or yellow. I'll share some specs with you here in a moment. System restoration cabling to restore power in residential applications, enabling maintenance to be performed to be able to permanently return power to the applications, as well as restoration cards. So as service devices for the electrical or utility service personnel to be able to restore power and or to provide these ongoing maintenance activities associated with the with a commercial or an industrial site. In addition, we do offer various welding cables and with various terminations and jackets, and we also do provide welding rack systems as well for the welders that we can construct and ship as an assembly from our facility in Faribault. On utility cable in particular, the use case for this is grounding services, typically associated with this for the utilities themselves. And the two most common used types, if you will, come in two different color arrangements, either a clear or a yellow jacket that's associated with it. On the clear side of the cable, a few specs here to highlight. It is for this temporary, on the top there, temporary protective grounding or de-energization of equipment or structures. The cable is provided and it is then used in conjunction with various clamps and fittings to provide, for example, that de-energization of the circuit. There are some standard specs that we offer our cables to. There are various sizes that would highlight that we can provide, and various lengths, as I had noted earlier. A wide temperature range, from -40°C to 105. We do hold strictly to an AWG strand count, and to the standard in that regard. It's an important element. Some systems, some products are provided that don't strictly adhere to that, and we do. Would note that some of our cable offerings are double insulated. This is a single insulated product. With the clear, kind of noted down at the bottom, it enables inspection by the service personnel or the contracted personnel to be able to physically inspect the strand and see the strand beneath that insulation layer, ensuring that it has the integrity that's required for its intended purpose, be it grounding in or de-energization. In addition to that, copper certainly can oxidize and can leave a green color appearance. One, with the clear, you're able to see that. But secondly, we do put an antioxidant inside, fungicide inside, with our cable that can slow that process down. We have, with all of our cable products, detailed specs that are provided and that we support relative to the standards that we meet, that many utilities require and drive that requirement through, that we indeed can meet, and can be actually in some cases are the industry standard for this type of utility cable. On the yellow cable side, I've just highlighted a couple of points of difference from a capabilities perspective. Again, clearly the use case is consistent and the same as far as grounding or that de-energizing application in a utility application. Do note the difference from the perspective of the temperature spec. It is a thermoplastic elastomer insulation, excuse me, as well as clearly it's not a clear type of a jacket or insulation layer, so you're not able to see beneath it. But other than that, functionally, the capabilities or the use cases, I should say, I'm sorry, are very similar to the same from the clear offering. One additional type of utility capability we have is a system restoration cable assembly, just at a very high level. It's used in residential applications for power restoration in a single-family home type of an environment. There may be several methods that could be involved to restore power, either digging up the cable or using a portable transformer or transformer cart, depending upon which leg of the underground cable may have been affected, or this service restoration system that we have here, which enables the utility to be able to restore power either from a neighboring facility and or other source within the subdivision, and bring that and couple that to the metering head and the metering location at the residence, and allow power to be restored while then permanent repairs are made to that's causing the power outage associated with the cabling or within the subdivision's power distribution. So again, just one example of the type of product system that we have that's associated with utilities. Showing another example here, I noted that we are a custom solution provider. So we had a utility that was seeking some unique capabilities in portable transformers and utility splitters. And so we went, and I'll show you here on the next couple of slides, the types of things that we did, but effectively working with this utility directly, they wanted to have this material on hand within their power generation locations or powerhouse locations for maintenance activities and turnaround activities. We worked with them and they're defined some unique elements that they wanted to have included in these transformers and splitters that we have and continue to provide for them. So, for example, associated with the transformer on this particular slide, they desired to have easy access to a ground lug that we included on the back pane of the transformer. Also, there was a unique inventory management scheme that was used here that, based on the powerhouse location, it had a unique color coding and identity, if you will, a tagging type of a scheme that we implemented at their request. So they were uniquely colored, which allowed them to be able to manage and share these assets amongst their facilities, but then know where their Home Depot or home location was, per se. Again, powder coating of the enclosures for robustness and maximum life. A service tray, added a service tray for tool placement on the top of the transformer for easy access for hand tools that were being used during the maintenance operation, and then designed into the system. And again, worked with them directly in this regard, and actually have gotten some additional updates and feedbacks how to improve that going forward. But ways that they, including the noted lifts and eyelets for lifting, to be able to conveniently and safely move this transformer, move this equipment around within the job site. For the splitter, I had noted this before, but again, utilizing the UL approval for our devices as a standard design that we meet and certified with the UL approval process. They desire to have clear viewing windows. This is in our factory, so there's a protective coat that's included over it, so that you can see the breaker status without needing to open the enclosure. Adding flip covers onto the panel mounts to prevent accidental contact associated with that. That was a specific requirement and request that they had. And then the size of the footprint, working to consolidate the capabilities on down to a smaller footprint, again, for the handling aspect within the site to simplify it, ease it as much as possible. Transitioning here a little bit, we do have docking stations, generator docking stations that provide a easy means of switching and enabling a portable energy source, primarily used in critical facilities. Some examples are noted there, say a healthcare facility or a data center. It provides a means to safely and inexpensively transition to the portable source during a power interruption. Again, targeted associated with within critical facility applications. Healthcare actually are seeing it now with some companies on more of a commercial and industrial scale are looking at the importance of this relative to being able to provide that reliability of a power supply and being able to quickly bring that online in the case of disruption or interruption also. And we've added, noted here just on the right-hand side of this slide, the load banks acquisition that I had noted latter part of last year. Load Banks Direct became part of the Trystar family. So utilizing the load bank to undertake and conduct required testing of the generator, as well as set up and test procedures associated with operation of the generator under different load conditions to ensure that it is operating properly. There are various types of designs associated with load banks that they've implemented. And again, source and sell this on an international capability beyond the U.S. and Canada, as noted for the more traditional geographies associated with Trystar. And that concludes the summary or overview of the family. So John, myself, Dan, you can see some of the contact information there if you'd like to capture that, or if you have any questions, we'll gladly review and go through those at this time.
Yeah. So do we have any questions from the audience?
Yeah, feel free to chime in. There's also the chat feature. And if you don't have any at the moment, feel free to reach out to myself or anybody at Trystar listed there. But I know we ran a little bit over, so again, we'll wait a second here. If anybody has questions, let us know. But if not, yeah, like I said, just get in touch with us via email would be fine as well.
Nope. Sounds good.
Alrighty.
Okay. Well, thanks everybody for their time this morning or this afternoon. I'm hoping we get another chance to talk again. So Ryan, thank you very much for getting this all set up for us.
You're welcome. Thank you everybody for joining. And like I said, reach out to us with any follow-up questions, and we'll be sending out a brochure in the coming days here, just so you can review the material that we presented today to you.
Okay. Thanks a million, guys. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Thank you, everybody. Bye.
Bye-bye.
So there's screen change for Ed, so he's good.
All right. All right. Well.